Pardon our technical issues if anybody's actually watching it, but I'm trying to get all the cameras working, and it should just be one more second. Yes, for like half an hour, sort of. Yeah, but not for you. Okay, go ahead and say something. Go ahead and say something.
Something.
I'll take anal bum covers for 400, Alex.
Okay.
Something.
And we're live.
Oh, good. That's just what people
Welcome
want.
to the brand new Tuesday night game. Sorry for all the technical difficulties, but we're good now. And did everybody have a chance? Well, I think I already asked everybody that. So the adventure begins. You were asked by your friend, Kaleri Deverin, uh, who most of you know through different means, um, to assist her because, as she is just a noble and a scholar, she is not the adventuring type. And she was asked, and she needs someone to go into the Ashen Ossuary to find um, the uh, hobgoblin that is a that is keeping uh, the tribe of goblins that broke into her vault and stole the Star of Desna hostage. And the name of the tribe. Anyone remember?
Mud chewer.
The Mud Chewer tribe, right? So uh, this brings you down into. Um, it's really once you get here, you travel through the sewers, um, and you were led by Telga the Goblin, and
I flirt with that goblin the entire time. Okay.
okay. Uh, if you actually want to flirt with her, you can.
That's fine.
Okay.
I would use my imagination.
Okay, great.
Assume it goes well.
Assume it goes well. Even if it didn't, you think it does. Um, but it's at this point, as you reach this slimy cistern, that the goblin is going to take its leave of you. Um, she's terrified of the hobgoblin that's in here.
Go no further. This is far too dangerous for you, Talga. Let me take it from here. Major. Mini
Well, right now you're just a sergeant.
Oh, that's right, my secret identity. Everyone just call me Max.
uh,
It's not a very
and
secret
so
identity anymore.
you're brought down.
We just forgot. Forget. Do I have to cast a spell on you to make you forget, or can you just put that out of your mind?
You think you can?
Okay. Well, anyways, keep going.
So you've come down into the slimy cistern. Uh, it reeks of decay. The northern edge of this circular chamber You see a pile of burnt bones uh, in front of a scorched tunnel leading off to the east.
You know what that looks like to me?
What does that look like to you?
A tunnel. I think we should go that way.
You said it's scorched, as in
Uh,
recent fire, or does it look more sooty, as in feels
I
like
think you should go over there
fire
and
has
take a
happened
closer look.
less recently?
it looks like there's travel through here, and the people traveling through here are generally carrying torches.
Okay. Speaking of, I cast light on my breastplate.
I like
Okay.
my hooded lantern.
Ooh.
I think that we should establish right now who's going to be doing the speaking to these goblins for the party. I, being the most intelligent and also a goblin, I think should just obviously be in charge of this little operation.
I feel like anybody who can speak Goblin should give it a shot.
You think we should follow you, Longshanks? Is that what you're saying? Into the goblin lair? We should follow the human into the goblin lair, is what you're saying?
No, I think we should follow Bella, because she has the most trap finding experience.
All right, agreed.
Now Max and Bella actually know each other. Y'all are already kind of friends as aspirants to the esoteric order. While we're here, why doesn't everybody go ahead and give a short character description? We'll start with Max.
I am a goblin wearing a bathrobe that's tiny and goblin sized. And sticking out of all of the pockets are just sacks of stuff. And you're pretty sure that underneath that robe, he got even more bags of stuff. So it's just a lot of bags of stuff and a robe. He's a goblin, which looks like a hairless cat. He's got a little white beard and a little white mustache. No wizard hat yet, though, unfortunately.
Okay. Cookie.
I am a gnome with blue hair that kind of fades out into purple. I have a backpack with cooking utensils and a cooking pot hanging off the back of it, and I have 2 spoons in my front pocket.
Reg.
But,
You look like a cleric.
Yeah. No, I look like a cleric. Holes everywhere, got the smoke, the incense burning. No, not at all. Breastplate, about 5'9", black hair, blue eyes. Relatively
Human.
nondescript.
A human?
Yes, human.
Cookie, what were your gnome? And Bella?
Is an elf.
Oh, yeah.
Bella, did you have time to put together a character description? Did you want to wing it?
Okay, well, I'm an elf, rogue. I was orphaned, raised with humans. Let's just say I'm pretty. and I guess I'm good buddies with Minimax.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Yes, y'all were introduced a while ago because you were both trying to join the esoteric order.
Yeah, totally.
You do all the talking, and I'll be the brains of this operation. How's that?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I also have a bit of the melancholy.
I'll cheer you up.
Are you a goth elf?
I'm a goth elf. Yeah.
A dark elf? Oh! That'd be great. All right.
No, she just has ennui.
Yes, I carry lots of ennui.
Oh,
Are
so
you
not
the
actually
kind of gnome that's like all like crazy-eyed, like they've seen things?
Yes.
It has to be that way. They can be
just-
like, seen things.
Just so you know, a couple of things. Bella is melancholy partially because she is one of the forlorn, which means that growing up amongst humans and living as long as elves do, basically she gets to see all of her attachments die. So this is a known condition amongst the elves.
Everyone leaves me in the end.
Exactly.
I intend to become undead, so.
Excellent.
And then
Demi-lich.
and then gnomes.
No, I actually want to get the construct subtype. Is what I want to do. I want to do a reverse Pinocchio where a real person comes. Pinocchio.
Right. So gnomes, you can generally tell they're kind of always adventurous until they're not. When they stop becoming adventurous and exploring and learning new things, what happens is that they actually start losing their color. They become kind of pallid, and their hair goes to gray, and basically they become gloomy. So that's the party that we will be dealing with. Currently, we have a dwarven fighter, a dwarven fighter, whose name currently is listed as Falgin. However, that has recently changed. What is his name? Brightag. Right. Brightag Steelgaze. And he looks generally, for those of you watching separately, you can kind of see his miniature. He has blonde hair, going to kind of reddish roots. He's wearing dark, earthy colors, and he carries a battle axe and a shield. He is wearing split mail. All right, so now we are in the slimy cistern. Who would like to do something?
I look around.
Okay. As I said, you're in a circular chamber. There's a pile of burnt bones, as well as several pools of mucky water, which you can see have just kind of crap floating in it. Looks like this place might have been used for some sort of trash or refuse at some point. And there is a passage going off to the east.
How far can I see to the east?
What is your level of vision?
60 feet total darkness.
Okay.
Let me double check that though.
Double check.
Just in case. While you're doing that, so that I'm not looking at that. I can see in total darkness as though it was normal, but it doesn't actually give a range like it did before. So just line of sight, I guess, or something. Unless there's something blocking it.
So the passage goes out to the. I keep saying east. I actually mean west. Passage goes out to the west and starts to turn to the south.
So south is the top of the map?
No. South would be the bottom of the map.
Oh, we came in on the right.
You came in on, yes, you came in on the right.
Okay, so that corner is preventing me from seeing any further there?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Would anyone like to move up? I'm not going to be a terribly inquisitive character because I'm bad at traps and being exploded and stuff.
I mean, we don't have a barbarian. Nobody really here excels at being exploded.
Is there still a trap finding skill?
The rogue does have a trap finding ability, so that even if she's not actively searching for traps, she can still detect them.
Oh, so it
But
doesn't
it's
even need to be
but
an
it
extra anymore?
but it does improve if she is actively using it. It gives her +2 to her perception.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, am I
Goblins.
supposed to be seeing something on my screen besides you guys?
Um,
Like there was a map and now it's gone.
I can't make the map come back because it gets rid of all the cameras.
I can see it on Twitch though, on the other screen.
Yeah, I just turned on the
Yes.
stream.
If you go to twitch.tv, Laura, and you search for Nerd League Gaming, you'll be able to see the stream. And then you just want to lower the volume or else you're getting an echo.
We're gonna. You can continue while she gets that because she has to confirm her email address is valid before she can see the screen live.
I'm gonna jog up to the next corner and just peek around it.
Okay, you do not see anything additional. You can see the entire circular room.
Okay. So I'm gonna explore the room and head to the east or the west.
Okay. The is anybody going into the room with the wizard?
I'll go with him.
And the fighter will go with you as well.
Okay.
All right. Except for the pile of bones, you do not see anything else in this room.
Well, there's anything here. They could be gone.
Okay. Everybody in agreement?
Yeah.
All right. So, do y'all have a party order? A suggested party order?
I'll take up the back.
So I guess
Probably put the fighter in front.
Fighter goes in front.
I would say rogue, fighter, bard, wizard, cleric.
Sounds good.
Okay. Y'all begin moving through the room towards the other corridor. As you approach near the bones, there will be a chance for everybody to roll a perception.
Ugh. Gonna be one of those nights.
Oh yay!
Yes.
4. I'm only trained in it, so I'm
No wisdom bonus.
So that will give you your level. So you'll get a +1.
I got a 4 total.
Okay.
I got a 9 total.
Things are looking bad for seeing the thing that y'all needed to see.
It's gonna be one of those nights.
From out of the Laura, can you roll a d20 for me and roll and add 4 to whatever you roll?
15.
15. Okay. So the rogue has a chance to leap out of the way. The fighter is not so lucky, and as the pile of bones erupts in what seems like a almost water becomes solid.
Anybody have knowledge in engineering to tell us?
Nope.
So, give it a second, and you will be able to see what it is you're up against. Now, this is going to be where normally we would have initiative, but I think in Pathfinder playtest it works it differently. Is that right?
Well, perception is part of initiative.
Yeah. So if I was reading right, I think it's your d20 plus your perception.
Yeah, it says when you call for initiative, you roll it. Typically, initiative is a perception check.
so I guess with perception that's all done. So the
Yep.
rogue will essentially get initiative and be able to dodge or jump out of the way or do whatever. You know?
Oh, so yes. So Laura, you're actually going to get a chance to act first.
Okay. You're gonna have to walk me through it.
Okay, so the way it works is that you get 3 actions. One of your action, or one or all 3 of your actions can be used to either move, or attack, or perform any one of your other abilities. And I'll kind of explain some of your other abilities as we go along.
Okay.
So what you're going to want to do is probably move out of its way.
Yeah.
And y'all don't need that anymore.
I yell, get away from it!
Yeah.
Get away from it! Whatever that
Sounds
thing
good.
is, get away!
And then you have a hand crossbow. So listed on your character sheet under ranged weapons, you will see the hand crossbow,
Yeah.
and it will have a plus modifier with it.
4.
Okay, so roll a d20 plus 4.
17.
And that is versus its completely awful armor class, which you easily hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
It would be the D6, yeah.
Okay. It's kind of coming back to me. 2.
2, okay. It takes 2 mighty points of damage. Now you can do that again, but instead of being at a +4, you're actually going to be at a -1.
Because
For each subsequent attack, it's at -5 from the last one.
okay.
Yeah, so you can just keep spamming
Oh, actually, I almost forgot. Because of a special ability that rogues get, because you acted before the bad guys in the first round, they're actually flat-footed, so you actually get an additional d6 of damage.
Okay.
Ooh,
So another
sneak
d6
attacks.
roll.
Yes, they automatically get. Yeah, so you just roll another d6 and add that to your 2 and tell me what the total is.
7.
7 total? Okay.
Yeah.
And that's good. And yeah, now rogues get sneak attacks as long as they go first. So that is Belladonna's actions for this round.
Okay.
And you were out of potentially melee combat with it. And then it is going to get a chance to go. And so I minimize. So it erupts out of the bones, sending a wave of filth and slime to all other members of the. Yes, to all other members of the party. Everybody, go ahead and give me a DC 15 reflex save. You don't need to roll that, Laura.
Okay.
I rolled a 13, and it says that plus 3 is 16, and it says I'm trained in reflex save, so.
Trained means you get your level as a bonus. So you will get an additional +1.
Sweet. 17.
If you are expert in something, and you can't be more than an expert at this level,
Right.
but if you're an expert, you get your level +1. So for anything that you're an expert in, you get a +2 bonus.
I'm not an expert at anything.
Okay, so you made your save. So nothing happens. You adeptly leap out of the way. Cookie?
I am going to throw my caltrops on the floor.
Okay.
Am I standing in anybody's way?
You're not.
Okay. And then I will pull out my spoons and start playing them while reciting dramatically.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. Everybody gets +1 on attack rolls, damage rolls, and save against fear.
Okay.
Cool, thanks. I never thought about that before, but come to think of it, it does take the good and the bad.
Yeah.
Did you make your save, though?
I did.
Okay. And Reg, did you make your save?
Oh god, no. I rolled a 9.
Okay, you take 4 points of damage, and you are hampered 10 feet for 1 minute.
Which means my movement goes down by 10 feet for a minute.
Your movement goes down by 10 feet for a minute.
Perfect.
Now you cannot flee.
And actually, what was your initiative?
4.
Oh, you haven't gone yet. I was just asking for the save.
Oh.
On her turn, she's gonna tell you all about Tootie and Blair and Joe and Nat. Anyway, so I think somebody got a 9 on their initiative.
That was me.
Okay, you'll be next.
So you don't have your +1 yet.
You don't have your +1 yet.
Okay.
You're also not currently in melee with it.
That's okay. I'm going to make a ranged catch.
Okay.
I rolled a 19.
You definitely hit.
Okay. I have no dex modifier, so it's 19 total. It will take 7 points as I shoot a ray of frost.
Another 7. How catastrophic.
I think I was the only one who took damage, yeah.
How effective is that ray of frost?
D8.
I mean,
It was effective.
And then that's it.
Okay. Then it will be Max's turn. Min's turn. Do you want to be Min or Max?
doesn't matter.
Maxie.
Sir or major would be fine.
Maxi pad?
No.
I have Arcana as a skill, and I'm trained in it. Is this a magical creature that I could recognize?
Let me check.
I also
It is
have
not.
Criminal lore, but I don't think.
It is not a magical creature.
Unless it's I will move away from it,
Okay.
pretty much. And I'm going to throw a dagger at it.
Okay. Roll to hit.
14. I have a really weird attack thing where I throw weapons and they return to my hand.
Right. So you will have your dagger back.
Yeah, so I throw that. I use the weaker of my attack or my intelligence. So a total of 8. So 18.
That hit. Roll your damage.
Yeah, I should roll my damage at the same time. 2.
2 mighty. Wow. Okay. It is now Brightag's turn.
Okay.
Oh, did you have something else? Oh, because that was just your first action.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I can throw another dagger.
Okay.
And this one's a -5, right?
Yes.
So I rolled a 2.
That misses.
-5, that's a -3. Is that a critical failure or just a normal failure?
It is not a critical failure.
Okay, so it just misses?
I think it just misses. But you would normally get bonuses anyway, because you should be trained in simple weapons. Is that right?
No. Only club, dagger, heavy crossbow, light
So you're trained in the dagger though.
Yeah.
So you would get your dexterity modifier +1 to your hit roll.
Oh, 0. Oh. I think I rolled a 0.
Uh-oh. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Give me 1 second.
Alright, who did it?
Laura did it.
What?
Disconnected your camera.
No, I came back on though.
Yeah, when you came back on in a different order.
Oh, I'm sorry. Order on mine.
On the
She,
Twitch.
on the Twitch. Okay.
Okay.
I fixed it. Oh, wait, no.
If you're watching the Twitch,
Actually,
you can
now
see me,
everything is off.
by the way.
Yeah.
I need to get logged on and stuff, so I can't do that and listen to the storyline at the same time. So I'll wait for the break.
Okay.
And cookie. All right. Um, so your total bonus is not that it's gonna matter because
No.
I think you moved and then you got 2 actions, so you are actually done.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
And is that the end of the?
Well, we get to learn about the facts of life.
no, not yet. Sprite
No?
tag hasn't gone.
Oh.
He is gonna roll.
Guitars.
He attacks.
Eight dwarven axe. Arr.
And he hurts.
Arr, I got you. I got you, whatever you are, you foul creature.
Well, if somebody has knowledge engineer, we can know if it was in the
He hits twice.
Oh man.
Some kind of disgusting dungeon creature.
Why does everybody always make dwarves like Scottish or Irish?
Because if
they
it were
are.
any other accent, it'd be racist.
Because Irish isn't a race.
Wait, what?
Just think of some other accents.
I think you're wrong.
Just think about it. And you can argue with me, or you could just accept that what I'm saying is true. So don't.
Those really are the 2 choices. Actually, you could just say nothing. That's the 3rd choice.
Well, I'll do that. I can just mute my mic.
I guess if you want. But you weren't really arguing with yourself, so I don't know why you would mute your mic as an option to accept or refute what you are saying. How confuzzling.
So saying nothing is or is not an option?
I guess saying nothing is always an option, isn't it? Let's see. Sorry, I actually have to look up a rule that for the first time, we are seeing, and that is the critical failure rules.
I mean, is our fighter about to eat it? Is that what I'm seeing?
Maybe. He did a decent amount of damage.
To himself?
No, prior. He critically failed on the last attack. He rolled a natural 1.
Well, Andy's was a -10 to begin with.
Right.
If it's anything, I'm kind of curious to see how critical failures work myself.
Please bear with us. This is all part of the glorious fun that is playtesting. A game we've never played before.
Oh, that's not fun. Critical failures, unless otherwise specified, have the same effects as a regular failure. It's no longer up to DM discretion.
Oh, so there's no effect?
It
Yeah.
will say if there's an effect for the action, and
There.
critical failure on an attack is just
a failure. Okay.
We're not stabbing ourselves with daggers 5% of the time anymore.
I loved that
mean,
part. That was part
It
of.
was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Have you ever had an enemy, like a boss fight, and he comes out and he's like, "Now adventurers die," and they cast their spell and fail that spell and just blow themselves up, and it is humiliating. And
No,
all the
it's
heroes
hilarious.
just laugh. They just laugh. They just walked in and the bad guy blows himself up. Ridiculous.
That seems awesome. Especially since you're there to witness it, you get the experience.
It's ridiculous. And your DM's like, he made that spell check. So he's waving that axe around like a crazy person. Who goes
He
next?
is. And now, finally, Cookie
Teaches us about the facts of life.
teaches
Whips
us
out those
about the
spoons
facts
and
of life.
sings about the facts of life.
I don't sing. I recite dramatic poetry. While playing these
You are just
While playing the spoons.
All right.
just the worst kind of bard.
The best kind of bard.
I didn't sign up for slam poetry.
No, you didn't know you signed up for slam poetry.
All right, that's fair.
The facts of life. The facts of life.
Okay, we are back at the top of the order, and Bella, what would you like to do?
Can I try my hand crossbow again?
You definitely can.
Okay. I'll do that.
Oh, does the hand crossbow have a reload?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's a move action. I think.
So you will get a chance to use the hand crossbow. It's just whether or not you'll be able to use it more than once.
Okay.
So while somebody is helping me out by looking that up,
Yep.
you go ahead and roll, and don't forget to add your bonus, and tell me what you got.
24.
24. What'd you roll?
20.
Okay, so that's different. That is a critical hit.
You're about to ruin something.
So I think in this case you actually roll another 2d6.
Hand crossbow is a reload time of 1, which is just an action. So
Okay. Tell me what you got.
For the damage?
Yeah, the 2d6.
Okay. 2 rolls, right?
Huh?
2d6? What do you mean by 2?
You roll a d6, which is like a
Yes.
normal die,
Okay,
and roll it twice.
that's what I thought. Okay. 4.
4? Okay.
Is it effective?
Yes, it is.
is it super effective?
It is absolutely not super effective. The sewer ooze.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Heroes.
Sewer ooze. Misses the dwarven fighter, he is now in melee with. So I think it is now Reg's turn, right? With the 9.
Right up there with like.
That's me. We're gonna make another ranged touch attack. I rolled a 19.
Okay.
Damage says
Range touch it in the worst possible way.
I rolled 2 damage.
You roll 2 damage.
Yes, from a
All right,
random
maybe the best possible way. And I think it's Max's turn.
Could I get another description of this creature again? It's a semi-liquid.
Yes.
What's its approximate volume? Like that of a human, that of a horse, that of a dog?
It's hard to tell, but
Is it a medium creature?
it is a
small?
medium creature.
About people-sized.
Spread out, but yeah.
When we're hitting it with our weapons, is it like pits flying off, or is it taking wounds, or are we just kind of beating on it?
Bits of it are flying off and turning more liquid.
So we're like cutting liquid off of it.
Yes. And as it happens, it just kind of splooshes against walls.
That sounds really disgusting.
It is really disgusting.
Bloosh.
Okay, can I hold my action? Can I wait?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I'm going to do, but I'm going to stay out of the reach of this thing, wherever that is.
It's hard to tell. again because it spreads.
Just as far away from it as I can get.
Okay, you can easily be out of its melee range if that's your goal.
Yeah.
And that will bring us back to Brightag, who hits and cannot help but kill it. Taking a final swipe down with his battle axe. He clefts what remains in twain, and it parts like the Red Sea.
All right, I'm gonna go over and inspect this unknown critter with my magnifying glass.
Okay. It's hard to
Plus
tell
one.
what is crap and what is former monster. What are you looking for?
What sort of organism is this? Is it like a amoeba or a plant?
It is probably something in the amoeba family.
Okay, a monstrous amoeba. I'm like, look at this monstrous amoeba jumped out at us. It just was destroyed, man. This is gonna be easy.
In
I just like flick the goober of this creature's ruins on the ground, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to do better than that to stop Major Minimax.
it's hard to, but in fantasy games, especially D&D and Pathfinder, there's actually an entire class of creatures that are slimes, oozes, and mustards, and it is one of those.
Mustard,
Yes,
like the condiment.
sort of, except for it's the condiment that kills.
So like mustard.
Oh yeah, I guess it is.
Yep. I take some samples of this thing. I put them in some of my jars, and I'm like, this will probably come in handy later.
Okay,
I'm gonna pick up my caltrops.
okay. And the rogue picks up her crossbow bolts.
All right, that went well, everyone. The next time, let's try to be a little bit more efficient about things. I saw a lot of hesitation, and everybody's just kind of screwing around. This monster shouldn't. You guys are terrible. The goblin's just is heading up. He's like, "Follow me."
Okay, lead the way, sir.
I chuckle and look at the road. This is gonna be good.
All right, goblin is moving on.
Okay, goblin moves on. Where are you moving on to?
I leave the dungeon. I'm gonna go the other way.
Okay.
I'm gonna go deeper into the dungeon.
Okay as well. So the path goes to the south and then opens up into a large chamber.
Gotta go, everyone, wait.
Do you smell something? Ooh, do I smell anything?
Fudge.
Oh, damn it.
Doesn't that mean she's having a
Is
stroke?
there a smell?
No, it means there's an artifact.
I have a special ability that lets me smell things.
She does have an ability that lets her smell things.
Is it the
Gives her a-
working up a powerful sweat?
Maybe. I have discerning smell.
So you exit into chamber A2 from the north. The eastern passage coming in from the north.
Wait, is the north still down?
I take out my keg of ale, and I'm gonna have it ready this time.
Hold on.
I put it under my arm, and I'm like, this time, Major Minimax won't be surprised.
I'm sure you're the dwarf's best friend with a keg of ale.
What do you mean, cleric? Are you implying that dwarves are a bunch of drunks?
Racist.
I mean, I agree. Isn't it true, dwarf? Are you gonna deny it? What does the dwarf say?
It's gotta
Dwarf
be.
seems like a strong silent type.
Yeah. He's mute.
The dwarf just takes his finger out of his nose and goes, "What?"
That's right.
What's a dubstep?
So you enter into a large central chamber. Uh, the the long chamber
This is
are
a large
scorched
central
dark
chamber.
and thick layers of soot crusting to the ceiling above to attest to the tremendous fire that must have raged through this room in the past. Uh, the burial niches in the walls and the row of central pillars contain only fragments of burnt wood and charred bone.
I take out my magnifying glass and I look around through it and I go, yeah, all that.
I'm gonna detect magic.
The goblin definitely.
There's actually a.
I'm going to show my detect magic.
You may be dead.
There are actually 4 goblins in this chamber.
Oh, hey guys, I brought you ale.
Or live or dead.
Alive. They are looking at you.
I walk over to him. I'm like, I brought the ale.
Alright. Roll diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
Yep.
Just to see how much they like me?
Yeah.
I rolled an 11. Diplomacy is charisma, so 0, and I'm not trained in it.
And it means you get a -1 if you're not trained.
Yes, if you are untrained, you get your level -1, which
Okay, I have a question.
or you get a -1.
I got a background skill, but I don't even know what it does.
What is your background skill?
Lore, criminal, and quick repair. That's a feat. But I got a skill called criminal lore from being a goblin renegade, and I also got a feat called quick repair.
I thought you were an esoteric scion.
I was gonna be one, but I'm a goblin, so why not be a goblin yet? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it did, but it actually would have changed everything.
Everything?
Yeah, it changes the entire beginning of the adventure.
Okay.
But it's okay. We'll go with it.
I think I posted it.
You did not.
I think if we go back and look, there's a timestamp.
So quick repair just lets you take 10 minutes to repair an item rather than an hour.
Cool.
If you're an expert, it's 5 minutes. If you're a master, it's 1 minute. If you're legendary, it's 3 rounds.
Okay.
So, what did you get on your diplomacy roll?
14. Unless there's a -1 for not being trained, then it'll be a 14.
Okay, so you got a 13. They look at you. They look at the ale that you're holding, and then they scream and run at you, brandishing their weapons.
I'm assuming that's initiative.
That is initiative.
Am I flat-footed?
It depends.
Well, I wasn't expecting them to do that. So
What do we add
I'm
to
gonna
our
say
roll?
I'm flat-footed. Because
Your perception.
I was expecting role-playing ROLE and not role-playing ROLL.
Roll better on diplomacy next time.
I guess. Okay, combat. I'm flat-footed.
I mean, you could not react. Flat-footed is going to be dependent on your whether or not they're rogues
My
and.
character is surprised.
Well, roll your initiative.
2.
Okay. All right. What did everybody get?
I got a 12.
I had 11.
17.
All right. So Nick, you are first.
It seemed to work out on the ooze, so we'll make a ranged touch attack.
Okay.
I'm willing to bet a 9 doesn't hit.
A 9 does not hit. What would you like to do with your other actions?
I'll move up to behind Minimax.
You're gonna move up behind Minimax.
Yeah, so if need be, I can put a hand on his shoulder.
Okay. Laura, you are next.
Okay, where am I relative
Oh,
to Doc?
Hold on. I should have an 11. I got a 12.
Oh, sorry. I heard y'all backwards. Sorry. Cookie, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna start singing again. Sorry, I'm gonna start playing the spoons again.
Okay.
This time, come and listen to a story about a man named Jim. The poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. Y'all get +1 on everything in the 4. And then I will shoot my crossbow.
Okay. Roll.
Try my short bow.
Short bow.
17.
17 will hit. Okay. One of them takes a crossbow.
Can we say anything at any time, or do we have to wait till the
If you are, I think when you're interacted with, you can interact back. Like it creates a dialogue. Laura, what would you like to do?
Where am I relative to everything?
You are kind of near Minimax, probably standing next to Reg right now. You were near the front because you normally look for traps, but in this case, Minimax walked ahead of you, and everybody kind of just watched him do it.
That wouldn't be necessary for me to move.
No one has engaged in anyone in melee, so if you want to engage someone in melee, you would have to run up to them. If you wanted to fire your hand crossbow again, you can do that twice.
From where I'm at? Okay.
From where you're at.
Okay. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Fire the hand crossbow.
Go ahead.
11.
That misses. You can roll again at... oh, did you add your +4?
Yes.
Okay, so now you can roll again at a -1.
Did you add the +1 from Inspire Courage?
That's not going to help.
Yeah, no. So no, I didn't. So, but okay. 18, including the -1.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll your d6.
Okay.
Oh, and plus another d6 because you acted before them.
And you get to add 1.
And you get to add 1.
Okay, so I had a 5 and a 6, so 11 plus 1 is 12.
Okay, you shoot one right through the throat. And, yeah, you destroyed him.
Max, toss me some beer.
Chris said that I cannot use sacks, ropes, poles, or barrels as melee weapons. Otherwise, I would have been able to do that. So that would be pretty fun.
That would have been cool. We'll find something later. It'll be alright.
Well, we're using the playtest rules, so we're only using
anything as a weapon at -1 because I've got Goblin Tinker as a background. I can even make anything on the basics in the basic equipment thing, according to the rules.
All right. What page is that?
Let's see. Goblin background. It's tough because I don't really have a bookmarking system set up. Like here, I mean, if my finger twitches even a little bit, it goes like way too far. No, okay.
What's it called?
So page 31, Junk Tinker, is a goblin ancestry.
Yeah. You can make useful tools out of even the most twisted or rusted scraps. You can craft ordinary items, including weapons, but not out of junk. So what I wanted to know was what an ordinary item was and what constituted an ordinary item. I found out I can't make wagons or barrels because they're not ordinary items. So what can I make? I guess daggers.
You can make anything in the gear list in Chapter 6.
Okay. Like a dagger or something?
Including weapons, so you can make a weapon. So you can make a dagger. You can take a tin can and shape it into a dagger.
Okay, and anything that I use as a melee weapon, I can use as a ranged melee weapon.
Right. Doesn't say that you can take a tin can and make it into a melee weapon.
It's exactly what it says. I can take junk and make melee weapons out of it.
Yes, you can make melee weapons out of it. In other words, you can make it into a dagger, but it will no longer be a tin can. It will be a dagger.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yes. Okay. So, I don't know.
Well, it's just really difficult to get you to say yes to anything that I want to do, you know?
Well,
It's actually like pulling teeth, but
I just want you to use the rules. So, if you can do that, if you could actually use the rules instead of,
I know.
you know, arguing about the fact that I want to use the rules. Huh?
We just looked it up.
Yes. You can take something and make it into a weapon if you want to. So, if you wanted to take, like I said, a tin can and some rope and turn it into a dagger, you can.
But I can't hit someone with a rope.
Not as a melee weapon, because it's not a melee weapon. But you can.
An improvised weapon.
An improvised weapon is not a melee weapon.
Okay. Anyways, is it my turn?
No, the goblins actually get to go now. When you rolled a 2, you really got your wish of being surprised, basically. So they're going to run up, and one will engage you, one will engage Laura, and the other one will engage the absentee Reg.
No, I'm here. I just have to throw some stuff away.
Yeah, I can see him.
He's totally just invisible.
Alright. So I've got a couple of ones over here.
I'm sorry, I would throw you this keg, but it is not allowed.
You can throw somebody a keg, you just can't throw it at them as a weapon and then have it return to your hand when you're done.
Near you. I cannot throw it at you.
Because you can use an improvised weapon. It just won't be a melee weapon. Would you like to throw something at somebody on your turn after I'm done attacking?
I don't even know whose turn it is.
It's mine. What is your armor class?
I'm not wearing any armor. So 10 plus dex, 13. That's my armor class and my tech armor class. They're the same.
Okay. You are a mist. Twice. And Laura, what is your armor class?
15.
Okay. You are... hit once. And missed once. You will take... 1 point of damage.
Just gave you a paper cut. No.
And then...
I
Reg,
see.
what's your armor class?
15.
Well, 15? Okay, you are missed. Oh, and you're hit on the second attack. Ooh, for 6. And now it is Major and Minimax's turn.
Minimax holds up his finger like he's about to say something, but then he realizes that it's futile, and he throws his dagger at the nearest goblin. I rolled an 8. Does that hit?
An 8. If you throw it, then you will get your ranged attack bonus. What is your total?
I add my intelligence bonus instead of my dex bonus, but I have to use the lesser of the 2 attack bonuses. So I have to use the worse of the 2 things, because it's such a difficult thing to use thrown weapons.
Mm-hmm.
I've already added a whole bunch of limitations into it. But now it's just going to be a whole bunch of limitations, so I got a 13 altogether.
13 misses.
Okay.
Is that all you're going to do this round?
I catch my dagger when it turns back,
Okay.
and I look at it and I go, damn it.
Oh, actually, you're in melee.
Oh, that's true. I'm going to flee from melee and throw the dagger when I throw it.
Okay, so you flee from melee.
Are they fighters?
You just... Huh?
Are they fighters?
They are... They look like warrior types. They're wearing makeshift armor.
Do they have the class fighter?
They don't. They have the class warrior.
He's looking to see
Hey,
if he
look,
gets attacks
there
of
you go.
opportunity because that's what fighters get.
Oh, no. They don't.
Okay, then I throw.
By the way, that's what they look like. There you go.
Kind of look like me.
Kind of look like you. Only with less robes and less hair.
Why does he have a spider on a rope?
Spider pet.
It's his pet.
Yeah.
So I back away from when I go. I back away from when I'm about to say something, and then I just go, you know, whatever, and I throw the dagger at him.
Okay. And then you missed. Okay, and then you caught it. And so that is you. We are back up to the top of the order, and that means Reg.
Which one is yours?
Helps if I'm not on mute. It's me and the rogue up front, yeah?
Yes, you and the rogue.
Okay. I am going to remove myself from melee combat and attempt a range touch.
Okay.
13.
Misses.
Falls.
Oh wait, let me check. Maybe there's something different that I missed here.
Did you add your +1?
I did not add my +1, so 14.
I keep forgetting to add those two.
14 hits.
Well then, he will receive a frosty 7 points of damage.
Okay, that one that did you 1 point of damage is frozen through the eye.
Yeah.
And falls over dead.
Excellent news.
This is all pretty noisy, right?
I mean, it's somewhat noisy. And then Cookie.
I will shoot my bow again. And missed horribly. And then one day he was shooting up some food, and up through the ground came some bubbling fruit. I have to say, or I have to perform every round for us to get bonuses.
So, in long combats, we may hear the whole song.
Times.
Okay. And then Belladonna.
All right, so there's still 2 of these buggers left, right?
2 of the buggers left.
All right, and I'm still next to Max. Reg?
You are... No, Max and Reg have both left combat now. Your next closest person is going to be Brightag.
Okay. So I'm kind of on my own here. Can I do the hand crossbow again?
You cannot currently do the hand crossbow because you are also in melee.
Oh, I hadn't realized. Okay. So I have a rapier.
Yes.
Okay. I'll try that.
Okay.
Does drawing a weapon count as a move action?
I think it counts as an action. But you have 3, so you're good.
Right. I haven't done anything yet, so... Okay.
Go ahead and roll.
I just rolled a 20. And then,
Okay.
plus 4. So
Well,
24.
if you roll a 20, that's a critical hit.
Okay.
Yeah, and you keep adding your points to it, and you can get like these like compound, crazy town hyper criticals and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because a 20 is a crit, and then if you exceed it by 10, it's another crit.
Just going over 20 is a crit, I think.
Okay.
That's how they're doing it now.
And you have to exceed by 10.
Still 2 d6 rolls?
No, because you exceeded it by 10.
Oh, okay.
So...
I'm done?
no, you roll 3 die 6.
Okay, 6 plus 3 plus 4.
Plus 1.
13 plus 1, 14.
Okay.
That's a very good goblin.
Yes, you lift it up off the ground and kind of toss it to the side. And then it will be Brightag's. He moves up and attacks. And uses his battle axe to kind of cut the last goblin diagonal, defeating him as well. And all of the goblin warriors in front of you lay slain.
Let's drink some beer and take a break.
All right.
My goblin is just staring at him like, oh my god, what have we done? We just came in here and these goblins, we just murdered them right in front of me. Like I came in, I was holding beer under my arm, and they just ran over here and attacked us. And then you guys just murdered them. Why don't one of you guys lead this party? And why doesn't it be the cleric? Cleric, I'm following you from now on.
That
Okay.
sounds like a good option. Or
Who is
You know.
talking? Is that the
that's the
dwarf?
fighter. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't need to hear anything out of you, dwarf.
The cleric bows his head and
I don't
says
care
a
what you
prayer,
need.
and anybody who took damage receives 5 hit points of healing. I think I'm the only one who's taken damage so far. But
One other
Anybody
person
else?
took 1 point of damage.
I did. So I'll just go back up to...
Oh,
yeah, you go back up to full.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
we should take a bio break.
Yeah, we should take a quick break. We're going to take 5 minutes or so. So be sure to rejoin us when we come back.
So Chris, if I mute my screen, that messes up some kind of order?
If you mute your screen, then it shouldn't mess up the order.
I think if you turn off the camera, it'll mess it up.
Wait, if you stop video?
Getting the feed, then
Yeah. If I stop video.
yeah.
I think hers works a little bit differently because she has a Mac.
No, I'm on my PC right now.
Oh. Yeah, you should just be able to... See, that doesn't change it right there.
Okay.
You're
Right.
good there.
Okay. Sweet. I'm gonna go take a break.
Okay.
Mute yourself. It works.
Yeah.
I don't see anywhere where that. Okay.
Okay,
And
we're
no,
back.
I would have the lore skills to know of a war between goblins.
Well, in case you're curious, goblins are generally pretty frequently at war. We war between our different villages and stuff. You know?
Sounds like a rough existence.
You know, no one ever said being a goblin would be easy. Everyone attacks you at first sight. I mean, you can't go anywhere without somebody just assuming that you're just some denizen of a dungeon being like, oh, look at that, and just emptying their entire heavy crossbow arsenal into you. You know,
Yeah, those other
every
four guys
character
did the
should
same
have
things
a
too.
heavy crossbow as their primary weapon, just so that every attack, every combat just starts out heavy crossbow, heavy crossbow, heavy crossbow, just one after another. But you know, no one ever listens to the goblin.
I don't think most of the people in our group has heavy crossbows.
I can make heavy crossbows out of junk.
Great.
Crossbow's not really my style, but I appreciate the offer.
Are you proficient?
No, I prefer
You're not proficient?
for the
Is he
knife.
lying? This is out of character. I don't know. Are proficient with heavy crossbows?
I don't know.
Heavy crossbow is a martial distance weapon.
So, more than likely, he is not proficient in heavy crossbows.
Players do not receive training in martial law.
Yeah, they may gain specific weapons, but they don't gain most of them.
I get simple weapons and the star knife because that's the weapon of my feet.
There you go. Why did I lose?
Now all we need to do is know if a heavy crossbow is a martial weapon or a simple weapon.
I thought it was a martial.
Ah,
The assumption we're making.
large beast. Sorry.
Cat!
Well, we're all doomed.
We are doomed.
Sorry.
Heavy crossbow is
So
a
we
single
didn't-
ranged weapon.
So we didn't actually have to take a rest or anything.
No. You were healed up by the cleric, and as far as I know,
Here.
there was no call to actually rest here.
Right. Right. I haven't even used any of my spells yet.
So, you see the room. I've already described it.
Yep.
The goblins.
I reiterate that description to everybody.
Okay.
Point. There's see all the soot on the ceiling and everything? See those things in the alcoves? See all that? Did you get it? Look at those bodies. Those are new.
Where do you suppose the pet spiders went?
They're still attached to their belts, trying to get away.
Alright, I gather them up and put them in sacks. A different sack apiece, but I brought a lot of sacks. Because
Okay.
Goblins seem to have a lot of baggage.
yeah, right? I have a trunk.
You have a chunk of baggage?
No, I have a trunk.
You're gonna
But
detect
yeah,
magic.
I actually have a sack full of sacks. I was gonna bring a lot of other things, but I just thought that they would get thrown in the ocean as soon as I tried to use them, so nobody would buy them. You know? What I don't understand is how a whip is a martial weapon.
It should be what, an exotic weapon? Do they even have those anymore?
I think it should be a simple weapon. I mean, it's just a whip.
Yeah, you ever just played with just a whip?
I love the whip. I was disappointed to find out that the wizard did not get a proficiency in it because I was going to dual wield whips. Okay?
You know who does get a proficiency in it? Bards.
Oh, and bard. There we go. Is there a weapon proficiency the fighter doesn't get?
Speaking of which, can you turn on your camera?
Not really. And
No.
net isn't a weapon
Okay.
anymore, which really bums me out because I was going to specialize in whips and nets, and I was going to dress like Spider-Man, and it was going to be an amazing character, and you would have all loved it, but it was not to be because net is not a weapon anymore.
Right.
I detected magic.
No, you didn't.
So there's no magic to
There,
detect.
there is no magic to detect.
Okay.
Is my spellbook magic?
Maybe.
Doesn't matter. I can choose to ignore it and therefore not see any magic on the party.
Okay. Cool. Good. I say that's important, everyone. Let's keep that in mind. We can detect magic as like.
I think we all can.
I can detect magic all day long.
All of us trained
Well-
in the arcane and/or divine arts can detect magic. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Well,
I'm wrong.
I
There
don't wanna
is
tell
magic in
everybody
this
what to
room.
do, but every time I've done something, things have gone wrong. So I'm following the cleric, and I'm just sort of.
Okay, where's the magic?
Uh, inside one of the wall niches.
Hey Bella, go check out that niche over there. Make sure it's not trapped.
She's like, which one? You just point. You're like, that one.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a detect
The
traps.
goblin is like, no, don't do it. It's gonna explode. No, don't do it.
Somebody get him some decaf.
Remind me how to detect traps again. Sorry.
The goblin. I take cover, not concealment.
Roll your perception +2.
Okay.
Roll to take cover.
21.
There are no traps. However, you do notice in the niche above the one that she had you checking out, there is actually something in there as well. You find an owl bear claw wedged in a crack at the top back of the upper niche.
Okay.
Inside the lower niche, anyone who looks now that she's searched will find a tarnished silver ring and a vial of green liquid. The green of fresh leaves.
What?
The green liquid, the green of fresh leaves.
Green of fresh leaves?
Mm-hmm.
Pop the cork on it and give it a whiff.
It smells like fresh leaves.
That's beautiful.
How do we
With a knowledge arcana roll of.
Hey, I got an idea.
Yeah?
He walks over and he takes the vial and he goes, watch this. And he pours it in his pipe and he smokes it.
That's one way to live your life.
Yeah.
Well, it's liquid, so you can't smoke it.
Oh, it didn't work.
I'm sure it goes through the pipe hole into your mouth, though. That could be
Yeah,
interesting.
when he sucks on it, he's just gonna drink it. Gulp.
Okay.
Oh, that was dumb, huh?
If you had any wounds, they would have been healed.
Oh, I feel great. He goes, you know what? I'll bet if we find any more green things that smell like leaves, they're gonna be like that.
Maybe.
And I don't think that those are bad for you, so I can make you all pipes because I can make anything out of anything. I get to work on making pipes for everyone.
Did you make your own pipe?
No,
Okay.
it's store-bought. I didn't want to start out with anything crafted because I asked if you would give me downtime before the adventure to craft
That's true.
my own version of everything. Which would all just be junk. It would have been hilarious. Like, my ladders would just fall apart all the time. Like, it's like, oh yeah. And when I made this rope, I was drunk.
So next time we get an hour, anybody trained in Arcana can use that skill to identify the ring.
So not me.
Oh, I have a feature.
The ring's not
which
magical.
identify
Ring's not magic? Okay.
What's magic? Oh, the potion was.
The potion was magic.
Yeah.
And the first thing I found was an owl. Did you say owl bear claw?
Yeah.
Yes, an owl bear.
An owl bear
Yes,
is a thing. And
is
this
a thing,
claw?
and this is its claw.
Distant relative of the man bear pig.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks, Al Gore.
And dick butt.
How big is the claw? How large of an owlbear did it come from? I use my intelligence and go, by my calculations, this claw would require an owlbear of
8 feet.
8 feet!
Does
Everyone
it
be
look,
on the lookout for an 8-foot.
does it look like it's been
with the head
stuck
of
in
an
there
owl.
for a while, or does it look relatively
Yes.
new? Okay.
A very old owlbear.
Is this an item that has some kind of value?
Maybe to people interested in such things, it's not magical.
Maybe.
It's not.
No.
Let me see that. I take it from her and I put it in my pocket. And I go, let's go.
Stop being so grabby. You're grabbing shit.
Well, what are you going to do with it? Make a necklace? Let's go. We don't have any downtime
yeah.
to craft. So what are you waiting for?
You're the one who's always making shit.
All right, I put the owlbear claw on the pipe. Is it even possible to ignite it? He goes, look, it's not working. Let's go.
It does not ignite. As a matter of fact, it's already covered with soot.
Oh, somebody already tried this, see?
See?
All right.
See?
You want it back?
So, looking at the map room, I see there's 5 different exits. Which one did we come in?
The upper right side,
So not the one with the stairs.
not the one with the stairs.
Right.
That is an exit as well as 3 southern
solid
ones.
bodies into some of his sacks.
Can you
There's
use
a little
survival
pointer
for
over
track?
each one of them, and he keeps looking over at the group with like his eyes are all squinted. But he puts all of them in, and he gives them like a dignified, like he puts them together. I was like, I'm sorry I came to this, brothers. But you screwed with the wrong people. These Longshanks be crazy.
All right, my friends. Is there anything else, or should we go to the next chamber?
Before we do that, I would like to use my survival skill to see if I can pick up any tracks that came through here more recently than others.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
I achieved a 14.
You've achieved a 14.
You get to determine the DC.
What kind of tracks are you looking for?
Not anything creature specific, just something that may be fresher or more recent than others.
Or like, hey, look, a lot of people
There
were
was
that
soot
way.
on the ceiling, so I'd say some fire-using creatures have been using this room.
Or that's how the Ashen
Ossuary got its name.
Ossuary got its name.
Giant fire in a bone room. Ashen Ossuary lines up.
Just made of ash. Does my criminal lore tell me about this place? Like, have any thieves come here and like not come back, or this place is cursed, or it's got some terrifying monster lurking somewhere, or something like?
You can roll.
Ash and ossuary. That sounds 10 with criminal lore, 14 trained, so 15.
There hasn't been any activity down in. I mean, there's rogue activity in the sewers, but no. There's no word on the street that says anything about the Ashen Ossuary itself.
Well, you know what? I
you
just
weren't
figured
familiar
out
with
this
those.
place is called the Ashen Ossuary because the ceiling is made out of ash. So let's go.
Go where?
Niches that we want to look at.
Huh?
Are there any other niches that we want to look at?
Most of the rest of them just have general garbage in them. Some broken bones. Again, there's soot everywhere. It looks like this place had gotten sacked at one point.
Magic in there.
Probably a long time ago.
Yes, but because I've got Goblin Tinkerer and Quick Repair, there's sort of a terrifying synergy that's going to take place. You know?
Next time you get 10 minutes. So
Hey,
yeah,
what are
got
these
those
goblins
tracks.
armed with? Anything cool? Do they have like crossbows or swords or clubs?
They had short bows and
Ooh, short bows! Look, I take the short bows and I assemble them all together into this like transformable robot, and I go, "Here you go for your kids," and I throw it to one of you.
Gee, thanks.
That's very cute.
what's a robot?
It's like an automaton, like a golem. They're crazy. I
Why
can
not
make
just
this
call him a
broom that
golem?
sweeps all by itself.
That seems like a much simpler word.
Not for me. Who's speaking? The dwarf? I'm like,
Yeah.
geez, dwarf.
Jeez.
Does the dwarf have like an accent or something?
Doesn't seem like it.
Sometimes you sound like my god. Dwarf, you sound just like him. I got my eye.
More than likely I do.
Cleric, I got your back if you want to just throw down on this dwarf right now.
I have no qualms with dwarf.
Well, then I got no qualms with you either, dwarf.
Okay, so which way should we go?
Reggie? Looking for footprints or.
The whole thing is just filled with tracks. It's like they're using each of the rooms.
Well, let's start with the one on the bottom left of the map then.
Well, I'm gonna look through each of the doorways. Are they halls or are they rooms?
They are rough natural caves, except for the one, obviously, that has the stairs.
Okay.
The one that has the stairs is a hallway that leads north and opens into a room. The one all the way on the right, on the bottom, curves around so you can't see where it goes. The one in the middle opens up into a room, and the one on the left curves around to the left and opens up into a room.
We should start with the middle one since it's a room.
Right. My goblin takes out his gauntlets and he puts them on.
He has gauntlets.
And gauntlets are melee weapons.
Okay, so
Let's go into that middle room.
you're going to try to throw yourself.
No, the gauntlets. What are you, insane? No, dwarf. I'll throw you as a melee weapon.
No, I'm not in chapter 6.
Hirelings are. Hey, dwarf, how much are we paying you?
You're not paying me.
I'm not. Then
Right.
why?
We're all part of the same group.
I guess, but we have no party leader.
How about you elect me party leader?
You
I
did,
thought we were a consortium of individual travelers agreeing to go in one direction.
except for you. You agreed to make Reg the leader.
I was there.
You were there?
I didn't agree to anything.
No. To you, we're
My character crosses their
Gitsurio.
arms and says, well, why don't you decide who we're going to be listening to? I think it should be the dwarf, honestly, because that's the most opinionated dwarf I think I've ever met.
I
And he
still
is
understand
super
why it
critical
can't
of
be in the
everything this goblin says, because dwarves are just naturally racist towards goblins. There, I said it.
I ignore the goblin and walk into the room.
Okay, so you go down into.
What is with the controller? I said no? Tell me. Yeah.
Room A4.
Not A4.
A4.
Worst room ever.
Hey, dwarf, don't let anything happen to my cleric. You dwarf.
A narrow passage opens up into a small burial vault that has been ransacked. Shattered remains of skeletons lie on the floor in twisted heaps among the scattered rocks and debris, but the bodies of 4 recently killed goblins on display in 4 niches are much more intact.
I detect magic.
You just do that at will?
Cantrip.
It's a cantrip. You can do as it will.
There's no finite number of them or anything?
Nope.
You have to cantrip as many times as you want. That's why I'm using Ray of Frost, because it's really my only go-to move.
Yeah. Same thing happens in 5th ed.
I have a pile of cantrips, but I thought that I expended them.
Nope. Only spells of a level do you expend when used.
There is no magic in this room.
Well, I turn around and describe the room as was described. Looks like it's been ransacked. There's 4 recently killed goblins. Nothing of interest.
Point of clarification, we all have eyes and can see said room.
I didn't know if anybody followed me in.
It's true. Nobody said they followed him in. But now that y'all are saying it, who wants to go into the room?
I'll go.
Hello.
Okay. Do either of y'all want to do anything in the room?
No.
Okay.
Are y'all done?
No.
Is everybody done?
I exit the room.
Dwarf exits the room.
I'm gonna go into the room. You mind if I take a look?
No, go ahead.
Alright, I go into the room and I'm gonna go through the pockets of the goblins and see if they've got any items or how were they killed? Were they bitten? Were they stabbed? Were they killed by arrows? Were they frozen?
Roll a medicine check.
I rolled a
Tell me
9.
what
I'm not trained in medicine.
Okay,
It's
so
wisdom based. I've got a 0 on wisdom, so 9.
it's
8?
hard for you to tell. Not being trained in medicine, there's no real obvious. Like, it's not like they were shot with an arrow or sliced or something like that.
Alright,
That
I
you
put
would
my finger
expect.
upside of my head and I go, you know who'd be good at this? Someone trained in medicine. Hey, cleric, are you trained in medicine?
I've studied it.
Why don't you take
As
a look
has
and
the rogue,
figure out how they died?
by the way, Laura.
What?
You're also trained in medicine.
Oh, okay.
You were a field medic.
Oh.
I'm gonna skip and do cartwheels out of the room.
Okay.
I'm going
they
to
just
ask the
dead?
relevance of their cause of death.
They could have been killed by an internal goblin schism. They could have been killed by a denizen of this dungeon. They could have been killed by something with a special attack. They could have been petrified. They could have been mangled. They could have been pierced. They could have been thorned. They could have
Do I
plant
need to roll
matter
medicine
on
to
them.
tell if they were petrified or not?
What are you asking me for? I'm not an expert on medicine. My doctorate is in military sciences, man. All I can tell you is that they're dead.
Well, I poke each and every one of them, and if they're
Okay.
squishy, they're not petrified. And then I leave.
So they're not petrified. You rolled about as
So
good as
you are not
anybody
going to
else roll.
bother.
No, I didn't even bother rolling.
Okay.
I didn't either.
If I poke them and they're squishy, they're
You
not
did-
petrified.
Okay.
That's the only thing I would be concerned about.
Well,
Laura, you did not bother to roll a medicine check on them either.
Does anyone think I should?
What are you gonna do? Lose character points for making a skill check? Like, I mean, the resistance, the tendency for people to refuse to do things, I think, is going to kill this adventure. Okay. But if somebody has a good idea or does something, if we all work together, and I go, oh, I can't do medicine. Does anybody know how to do medicine? And they're like, no, I refuse to. Well, I can refuse to do things too. Okay.
I don't think he was refusing to. I was asking what the benefit of it would be.
Yeah, I didn't see the relevance.
Well, that's why research, you do it to see if there's any answers to the questions. That's why you ask questions.
But yelling at someone who disagrees with you is going to kill this game a whole hell of a lot faster.
That's
We want
true.
somebody to be in charge, so we have to have somebody in charge, even though no one else cares. Bella, would you please see if you can determine for Major your what killed these creatures?
Yeah. D20 plus my medicine?
Correct.
Yes.
I'd be happy to. It's a 9.
You cannot tell.
I got a 17 on mine.
Okay. So you do find something of note um, there is a single finger-sized hole uh, that is not easily visible, and it looks like that the creature was exsanguinated through it.
Human finger, goblin finger, gnome finger.
Human finger. He is a human.
I will relay this information to the goblin.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that, but I guess it didn't hurt to look.
Okay.
Right then.
Anybody else want to do anything in this round?
I'm all out ideas.
Bella, pick the next room.
I'm sorry, what?
Pick the next room.
Okay.
You have right, left, or up.
Yeah, we already did bottom mid.
Okay, so let's go right.
Okay. So you were going. She said right.
Chris, I'm sorry. Can you show on the map here where we are?
You're currently in the bottom central chamber. You just moved back into the room proper, and now you're going to go down here.
I don't.
Well, let it catch up. There's like an 8-second lag. So you're going to go through the right bottom passage.
Okay, that looks good. Let's do that. I'm going.
I follow her at a distance of 20 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to skip everywhere.
Sweet.
The
Come join me.
Okay.
the dwarf says, "I've got your back."
Okay, awesome.
As you
Come
go.
on, Max. Let's go.
Oh, you're waiting for me?
Yes, let's go. Come on.
I'm 20 feet behind you.
I know. Don't lose me.
This rough carved chamber looks to have once been much larger, but now the entire southern half is choked with rubble and debris.
I look through the rubble. Does anyone mind? I mean,
I don't want to spend hours here, but
good point. Good point. I don't look. Let's go.
how about detect magic?
I like the idea of detect magic if somebody can do it.
I'll do it.
Okay. There is no magic to be detected.
Is it worth it to check for traps?
Crap,
No.
what?
Yeah, it looks like this is cave in.
How long
I think
does it
we've already
take to
established
cast
that
your
it doesn't make any sense to
detect
spend a lot
magic?
of time here.
Hold on.
So I'm pretty sure that the detect magic takes a while to cast.
Oh, okay, so
Standard
let's
action.
spend some time here.
I didn't say. I said I didn't want to spend hours.
No, I know. I mean, everything I say, though, somebody's got to have a no. Somebody's got to have a reason not to, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'd like to occasionally have somebody agree with one of my suggestions.
Detect
right?
magic is 2 actions, somatic and verbal.
Yeah.
So it can be done in a round.
Okay.
With a 30-foot aura.
Clearly enough for the whole room.
You detect illusion magic only if that magic effect has a lower level than your detect magic spell. Which at this point, I don't know that's possible.
Okay. You detect no magic. Are you all spending extra time in the room?
I think Max wanted to go through the rubble a little bit.
Okay, yeah. I go, oh shit, I should check that rubble. I jog on over and I start looking through it.
All right.
goblin turns and looks at everyone with an expression on his face that says, "Uh-oh. Look, guess what?
Guess what?
Guess what?"
What?
He goes on being really dramatic and dragging. I'm like, he's gonna tell you. I'm like, the goblin is like, he turns really slowly to face you. It's like slow motion. It's one of the longest moments of your life when this goblin goes up, picks up a rock, looks at what's under that rock, and turns and faces all of you and says, He throws that rock, and it
I'm
doesn't come
pretty
back,
sure
and
he
the
goes,
rocks aren't lined up
ah.
That doesn't work. But watch, and he throws his dagger and it goes and flies back into his hand. He's like, check it out. That's pretty neat, huh? Don't work on rocks though.
Everybody roll perception.
That's wisdom based. That's
Oh.
goblins don't stat, by the way. 4,
It's everybody but the cleric's dumb stat.
5.
It's true.
That's not necessarily mine.
That's true.
This happens to be the primary stat for a cleric.
I got a 13.
Yeah, I got intelligence, but
17.
I got a 17.
Okay.
5.
5.
Understand my character is chaotic, but they're good, so they're not really interested in murdering everything that they meet. I'm sort of wondering about the alignments of the rest of the party, though. Like, not a lawful neutral, I'm thinking.
They might be lawful neutral.
That's what he's thinking.
So yes, what do we spot with our perception rolls?
You spot a bunch of giant centipedes crawling out of the rubble behind
Goblin goes,
the
"Oh,
behind the goblin.
centipedes!"
Oh, release the spiders out of your sacks. They'll eat them.
Spiders, go! And he releases the spiders. He's gonna throw the bag at the centipedes. This bag with the spiders in it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. We've already established that he cannot throw bags.
We'll just empty the spiders out then. They'll know where to go.
No, he throw the bag. Can I
I think
critically
these
fail at
centipedes
throwing
are
a
going to be
bag?
larger than the spiders, unfortunately.
No.
But they'll eat the spiders and we can just go. Why would they fight us if they've got perfectly tasty spiders here?
Because
I
I'm willing to bet that these
exactly.
Huh?
I'm willing to bet these centipedes think we're more tasty.
Tasty? We're gonna beat the crap out of them and they know it. But the spiders are just little spiders.
All right. So
Look, I'm not a druid, but centipedes aren't suicidal.
roll initiative. So that's your perception again.
17. That's pretty good this time.
Yeah.
15.
8.
10.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, and that dude, he goes last.
Everybody likes swarms of things, right?
No, these are giant centipedes. They're medium-sized centipedes crawling out of rubble.
6
Oh.
or 10 feet long, something
Excellent.
like that.
Yeah. Like
and
6
did you
feet
see how
long.
many there were?
You see, I think you rolled one of the 17s, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
You currently see 5 of them.
Okay.
How many do I see? I was actually
You see
digging
2 of
in the
them.
rubble. I see 2?
You see 2.
Okay.
They crawled out at different sections of the rubble.
So
Very
they
stealthily.
can't see me either?
Huh?
So they can't see me either?
Theoretically.
Is that a theoretical yes or a theoretical no?
That's a theoretical no.
So they can see me or they cannot see me?
They were being stealthy, and you rolled poorly on a perception check.
Ah, okay.
That's what the first perception check was. You rolled a 5. Only 2 of them rolled worse than you.
I get you.
You were not being stealthy.
Yeah.
Right. Alright, so top of the order.
That's correct.
No,
I got a 10.
that's Major Mini Max there.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
What would you like to do?
I moved 25 feet back into the large room.
Okay. So you're just gonna back out of the room?
I'm gonna move face first out of the room.
So you're just gonna run?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if run is special, but I'm going to take a full move and go 25 feet. Because fighting in a small room is going to be at the advantage of 3 centipedes. I yell this out loud knowing that futilely any of my suggestions are going to be met my derision or something. But I say, you know, it would probably be a better idea if we fought them in the big room. We could get behind stuff and things.
Okay.
And run into the big room. Knowing that no one will, but I go in there anyways.
Who was next?
I had some.
I think I might have been because I had 15.
Right. Bella, you are next.
Max has given us a choice. Is talking with the party one of my moves?
No, you can do it as a free action.
You can't like drawn out conversations that you can face.
Huh?
Just a short
You can.
caption. of
Everybody
word
can.
balloon, you know.
Anybody
Without
involved
Hamlet's-
in the conversation can have a small tete-a-tete. So you can actually respond off your turn.
Your character dialogue.
Do you guys want to stay here and fight or move out with Minimax?
We should probably go protect the little guy.
Yeah, he'll go in the other room and something will attack him there. Right?
Do we know for sure that these things will follow us into the bigger room? Or do we, maybe that's okay?
We
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
their funeral if they do.
Somebody
you
could stand in the
It'll
door
be
and
a lot easier for me to throw acid spray if we're not in melee combat with them, you know what I mean?
I wonder how
We're
easy.
having a conversation, or... Anyways, Minimax is in the other room. He's like,
Yeah.
later, suckers! And he takes off.
I don't know. I kind of want to see how easy these things are to kill. What do
Get
you
him!
guys think?
Get him! He's not a fighter. I'm not going to play him as a fighter. He's got so few hit points, no armor. So I'm not going to attack monsters. That is not what I'm going to do. I used to play a paladin in the last game, and that guy would drop his shield and smite the hell out of stuff. That ain't this guy. This guy's going to hang back. Get him, dwarf. I'm no fighter.
All right.
Dwarf goes
anyone else
last.
have an opinion?
I'll follow anybody's lead.
Are you
I
chaotic?
kind of I want to kill one of these things.
Are you chaotic, Cookie?
Give it a stab, I'll back you up.
All right.
Cookie,
Alright,
are you
I,
chaotic?
I don't know. I have no real opinion, is what I was saying.
But your alignment, I mean.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I didn't make my character.
Oh.
Am I in melee range? Ian?
You are not, but you can be.
Okay. So I'll move to engage one of them.
You're gonna move up and attack, or
Yeah.
okay.
I am not chaotic. I'm neutral.
Okay.
Attack them.
Okay. I'll use my rapier.
Okay.
Obviously.
You move up and to one of the ones that you can see, and you attack.
I rolled a 16 plus 4 is 20.
All right. That's a hit.
Centipede is like, what?
Squished. Like when you hit potato
What
bugs
did
with
you hit
baseball?
him with?
Nope. It is a medium-sized centipede, so you need to roll damage.
Okay. 2D.
No, it's. Oh no, they haven't gone yet. Yes. It's 2d6 plus your strength bonus.
If you roll your attack and your damage at the same time, if you miss, just ignore the damage. But if you've already got your damage rolled, then if the DM says hit, just say the number of damage that you've already rolled, and it makes it real fast.
8.
Oh, it dies.
Oh, so you can just smoosh these things,
Everything I'm coming across, I'm killing it.
right?
Love it.
All right.
Rogues are destroyers.
So.
I'm a little bit angry. You know, I got that ennui. Gotta take it out on something.
It's true.
5 centipedes worth, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 now.
At least.
4, yeah.
So yeah, 4 of them uh, move. Sorry, 3 of them move to attack Cookie,
How dare they?
and 2 of them move to
Should've made
attack
it druid.
Reg.
You could have ate them.
And now they will proceed to roll to hit. As they attack with their mandibles.
Yeah, they've got like these pincher things on their faces. Have you ever seen a centipede? There's centipedes that eat bats.
They're horrifying.
Bats.
Yeah, no thanks.
Bat. They reach out and grab
There you
them
go.
out of the air.
Enjoy.
These things could reach out and grab a goose.
Can I use that owlbear claw as a weapon?
You could theoretically make it into a weapon, or
Your rapier's better.
certainly Minimax could.
Alright. Well, I'm just asking just in case.
Roll my dice for me, Cat.
Oh, those are horrible. Terrifying.
And
First
they're
one.
person size.
Yeah, centipedes are never good.
Well, I could make
Kill
it.
them with the
I
rapier,
could
people.
make
Let's
it
go.
into a weapon as the material, and I can convert its material cost into a weapon. You know what I mean? So if it's
Yeah.
valuable, I can make it really quickly, and if it's junky, I can make it more slowly. But it might be a quality item. So anything that is like a material, because I'm a junker, I should probably just put it in one of my numerous sacks. And I'm just going to kind of collect samples of everything. Then whatever
Okay.
the value of that stuff is, I can convert into objects. And if you guys need anything special,
Cookie, roll a Fortitude DC 13
a
for
jar
me.
or a ladder, I can make them. Just out of
What?
what I have in my
13?
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
Okay. So you're going to take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
That's not bad.
It's not the bite that gets you poison.
Reg, what's your armor class?
15.
16?
15.
15.
1-5.
You are hit twice. So roll 2 Fortitude saves, DC 13.
I am successful.
Okay, so you're going to take a total of 4 points of damage.
Bastard centipede.
And then it is.
You can like purge yourself of poisons and stuff, all right?
Not yet. Higher level spell.
What about just regular heals? What if you heal to max? Are you still poisoned?
Well, it just removes the hit point damage I've taken. It doesn't remove the poison.
I have an alchemist kit, and I can actually make a poison antidote if you've got a little time to wait.
This level, the best I can do is detect poison.
Has anybody poisoned yet?
No one's poisoned
No,
yet.
not yet.
Yeah.
So, Brightag runs up to engage the 3 that are on Cookie. And hits it, cuts off like the end point of its tail. But it is still there, just spurting out ichor out of the back of its body.
Ooh, that would make good ink.
Gross.
And so, who had a 10, I think, was
I did.
next? Go ahead.
I will use a move action to step away and then attempt a ranged touch attack.
Okay.
To the tune of 15.
Like a cone of cold.
A 2, a 2, and a 15.
To the tune of.
Oh,
Yes.
15 is a
I
miss.
Yes, I only get
Wait,
one
wait.
ranged touch because casting Ray of Frost is 2 actions and I use the move to move away.
Is it like area effect or multiple critical?
No, that's a hit.
No,
Sorry,
Ray
that's a
of
hit.
Frost.
My scroll had scrolled.
For 7 damage.
You actually cut off an entire flank's worth of limbs, but it's still kind of rolling and biting at you.
Bastard. That's my round.
Okay, I think there's only the Cookie left.
I am going to draw my sword and attack.
Okay.
19. Does 19 hit?
19 hits.
Stab it. Stab it real good.
It did 5 points of damage.
Okay, to the one that was already damaged?
Yes.
It dies.
Yay!
Yay!
And then I'm going to use my spoons. Here we come. Walking down the crypt. We get the funniest looks from all the goblins and bugs. Hey, we're the monkeys. Plus one to attack, damage, and saves versus freeze.
Love that bardic inspiration.
No.
Inspire courage.
You are a bard and you are inspiring me.
Yep.
Therefore, bardic inspiration.
With my monkeys.
Plays the spoons.
Which is no small feat. Spoons are hard to play.
They are.
You know, according to the playtest rules, musical instruments are bulk 1.
They're huge.
So you're carrying around spoons?
Or maybe they're just really heavy. Maybe they're made out of lead.
Especially
Maybe
Dune.
A special
Well,
metal
it's
to
just
get that good
trying to get
resonance.
around kind of the idea of the bard and make something different, you know? Which I think is a perfectly valid way of
Yeah.
playing. That's what I think.
Plus, what other instrument would a gnome bard play?
A lute, a little horn, a flute.
Those are all just normal.
A little
They're
horn
not
would
wacky.
probably make a lot of sense. Like a little recorder, like a Pied Harper.
So, Minimax, it's back up to you.
Okay, I go.
Wait,
All right, now when they come through that narrow passageway, we can all attack them. That's called the fatal. And I notice that nobody has come out. And I go, fatal funnel. Because. Okay, I wait.
Okay. I think we're to Reg.
No, the
No, no.
Beats and the fighter had gone before me previously.
I did.
Oh, it's Belladonna. Sorry.
Yeah. I move towards Cookie and engaging one of the two that are still near her.
Okay, Reg getting no love. Got it.
I'm
Well,
a player, man.
Hold on. Okay, wait.
Just kidding.
I thought there were there were 3 that were engaging Cookie, right? She got one of them.
Go
Yeah.
help the bard because the bard can't heal herself.
And there's
Alright,
only one
okay.
that's engaging with you, right?
No, there's 2.
They're gonna get a whole nother round of trying to poison
No,
me.
there was 4.
That'll be fine.
There's only be 3 left.
I'm looking up how long.
No,
it
go
takes
ahead,
to
Laura.
cancel
Go ahead and
that.
roll.
No, hold on. I want to make sure I got this right. Because I thought there were 5. I got 1. Cookie got 1. There should only be 3 left.
There were actually 6.
But we only noticed 5.
You only noticed 5.
Oh,
We underestimated.
not here that a new one engaged the scene. Well, I am where I'm at. I'm going to use my rapier.
Never underestimate the sneakiness.
Plus
I
1.
got a 17 plus my 4, 21.
Question real quick. Is there anything in that room with me? Did I run into an ambush out there?
You did not. I mean, there are the 4 corpses of the goblins that you already murdered. Or that you witnessed be murdered. Alright, your 21 is a hit.
Okay. Is this 3 rolls again?
No. It is just 1 roll.
Okay.
Plus your strength bonus.
Plus
1.
Okay. So 8.
8? Okay, another
Yeah,
one
roll
dies.
6.
That was your first action. Actually, it was your second action. Do you want to take another action at a -5?
Sure, why not?
Go ahead and roll.
Well, I rolled a 3.
Okay, so you missed.
7 minus 5 is...
Well, only -4 because you get plus 1.
Okay, so 3. Should have stopped while I was ahead.
Yep. It's worth a shot.
Yeah, you know.
All right, so now centipedes.
They do not get a +1.
Aww.
Yeah, we'd have to have a chat if you were giving the centipedes +1 too.
Oh yeah. It'd be kind of pointless.
How many? You attacked one of the ones that was on Cookie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So 2 have died next to Cookie.
Right. So,
Well, the first one I killed wasn't really near anybody, I don't think.
No, but the one I killed was you.
this time they're not attacking Cookie. They're actually attacking Brightag, which they hit him twice. He did not fail a save. Oh.
This is excellent news.
He's also resistance poisons, being a dwarf.
Yeah, I don't get neutralized poison until I get 3rd level spells.
And he takes 30 points of damage. And now we're on to Reg. Reg.
How long does it take to get to 6th level? Playtime wise.
I mean, it depends on the adventure.
Depends on how many monsters.
What's the expected advancement in this?
It takes 1,000 experience points to reach a level.
I just mean for this module or whatever we're calling it, adventure pack.
Oh, you over the course of this one thin book, you'll reach like 17th to 20th level.
Cool.
At different points, you get bumped in level, and at different points,
Cool.
you switch to different characters.
I stick with this character because I know at first level they kind of are missing some of their dramatic flair.
What'd you say your armor class was, Reg?
15. I'm gonna need you to stop rolling dice.
You were hit twice.
You bitch. 2 more fort saves.
Yep, 2 more fort saves.
How's an 11? Is that good enough?
11 is not good enough.
Well, the other one was higher, so.
So,
You know, if I was an alchemist, I could craft an anti-venom, like basically it's just a free action.
Alchemists get a lot of cheating. At least they did in the original Pathfinder.
Well, everyone is really balanced this time. It looks like they tried. Like, people were complaining, oh, my character's not as strong as other people, so they kind of made everybody equally. Like, everybody can kind of do something.
you take a total of 10 points of damage.
Good Christ.
And you are flat-footed until the end of their next turn.
Okay. No effects of the poison, or is that what the poison does?
That's with the poison. Poison did you poison damage plus flat-footedness.
Gotcha.
And that is them. That's all they did.
Okay, I'm going to use my action.
Okay.
How far? I move 25 feet. I can throw 30 feet. I throw a rope at the cleric. And go, grab the rope!
I thought you moved 25 feet back into the other room.
Sure. I throw it as close into that room as I can get.
If you use 3 actions, you move 75 feet total. Because each move action, quote-unquote, stride action is your base.
However many it took to get back into that room. I just want to be on the other side of that narrow part, because that's an ambush point, and that's where you actually do a fight. You don't let the enemy surround you, you get to where the enemy has to come at you from a known direction. So it's just on the other side of that narrow choke point. It's called a fatal funnel, according to the major.
I did hear him say that.
He did.
Okay, so you're talking about right there?
On the other side of it.
You want to be on the other side, so
Yeah, just move your up northwest with your mouse. Right there.
right there.
Yeah.
So if he's in the room, you're not going to be able to throw a rope to him. Really, you can kind of throw a rope at in the general direction of him.
Sure.
Okay.
Then he can grab it and I can yank him out of the room because he didn't just leave.
Right. All right. So, Reg, it is your turn. You are flat-footed.
Or you could just run
There
out.
is rope on the ground next to me now.
There is a rope on the ground next to you right now.
Okay.
You could maybe try to trick one of the
Where
centipedes into thinking that it's
how
another
many
centipede.
actions channel energy is? Because it just says I get to channel energy.
I think that's for turning undead and stuff, isn't it? Where you call
No,
it-
you can also use the heal.
Heal or harm depending on my deity for the purposes of. So I guess it would just function like a heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is one action. Okay, so I will
Heal yourself.
move away from the centipedes. Can I catch Cookie, Bella, and Freitag in a 30-foot burst off of me if I do so?
Yes. However, these are living creatures, so if you're healing in a burst, unless it says
No,
that
it would affect them too, but the only ones that have taken damage have all died.
no,
So
there's one that is on you that had taken damage.
Fine. You could heal it.
So there's how many centipedes are on me again?
2.
2.
One of them was damaged.
Okay. Then let's do this. I will ranged touch. I rolled a 20, which means Ray of Frost gets double damage on crit, and it will take 8 points of damage.
Okay, it dies.
Okay. Then I will use my remaining action to channel positive energy to heal everybody in the room.
Okay.
Chris,
Mm-hmm.
after this fight, I need to stop.
How much does that do?
We were going to. If you need to, we can stop now.
Okay.
Everybody will receive 11 points of healing.
Cool.
All right.
Taking damage, you are now 11 points less damage.
I think just about everybody should be fully healed at this point.
I'm close, but not full.
And
You know
there
what else
are
this poison does?
there are one remaining centipede on you, Reg, and one remaining centipede on the other group. And unfortunately, this is where we're going to call it. Okay, we'll finish the fight.
Just like Master Chief. Finish the fight.
Master who?
Master Chief.
Master
Sergeant
Chief.
117.
That guy. I know. I've heard of him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought they were talking about the word names and stuff.
Right.
No.
Aren't they cooks?
He was,
Play the Halo
he
game.
was out of character.
Okay, so it's Cookie's turn.
I will attack the one. There's still one by me, right?
There is.
17?
17 hits.
Five points of damage.
Okay, it has been injured. You want to attack again? -5?
I'm going to. Hey, we're the monkeys. And people say we're monkeys around. But we're too busy stabbing to put anyone down. And then I'll attack again. And
Okay. I think that brings us back up to Minimax.
He sort of cautiously goes back into the room. He hears the commotion of everybody going in there. What is
Mhm.
it? What does it look like to him? It's like people are standing around. There's centipedes. How many centipedes are left?
2. One has been injured, and there's one engaging Reg by himself, and it looks completely uninjured.
Okay, he's gonna run over and put a bag over the one that's fighting with Reg.
Okay, does this bag contain spiders?
No, it's an empty bag.
Okay.
But it will soon contain one centipede.
Is there...
Is that a grapple?
Yeah, I think that would be a grapple.
Okay. I use my dex because it's your choice, right?
I think so. I'm gonna look it up.
You could just give me a number that I could try to beat. I'll take your word for it.
Well, I want to use
That's fine.
the actual rules.
That's fine. However you want to do it. But that's what I want to
Page
do.
146.
Thanks.
Now, when we want to do something, do we have to know how to do it according to the rules first, or do we just say what we want to do, and then you tell us what
I
we
would
need to roll?
I would prefer if we could try to. I mean, if we could all try to become acclimated with the rules, so that when we do something, it'll go faster.
Me too.
Grappling requires you to roll an athletics check against the opponent's fortitude DC.
Okay,
Okay,
ready?
I am ready.
14.
You succeed. You throw a bag over its head.
Ah, I got this one. I turn the bag over and it falls in. I seal the top of the bag.
It's 6 feet long.
These are medium-sized centipedes. Unless you've got a bag of holding or something in there, I don't think you can fit a 6-foot centipede into a goblin-sized sack.
Centipedes roll up, I thought. They're not required to be 6 feet long. I thought that they could kind of coil up like a whip. I mean, I'm not a druid, but I just sort of assumed that that would happen. It's not a pole, is it?
No, it's not. It's not a pole, but I mean, you threw a sack over this thing's head. And this thing is 6 feet long. You think it's just gonna roll up into the sack? You think that would even fit? Like a 6 foot that would fit into a
If
regular
that's
size
6 feet
sack?
long, it's 2 feet off the ground. I think I could probably scoop that whole thing up in the bag and just drop it in.
Okay, sure, why not? Okay.
So I do a grapple, and then it what has to break free or escape.
It'll
I
have
think
to break the
in
grapple.
athletics, or I think acrobatics can be used to escape. So it should probably have both of those and a stat for those skills. Should I look in the bestiary and see if it's got those, or do you
No,
have cards?
I've got it.
So I'm like holding the mouth of the bag, and I'm like, I got this one in a bag. I think.
Okay.
It's grappled until the beginning of his next turn, or until he moves.
Or until I break it.
Right.
Right. So, Bella,
That was me going.
you're engaged in melee with another centipede that has already been injured.
Me?
No, Laura.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's
It-
the one that's in the sack and one that's injured, right?
Yes, and you're engaged with the one that's injured. So if you just want to roll the hit,
Smite the injured one.
that's right.
Probably
got
pretty easy to kill it.
Yeah.
Smite it good.
Famous last words. 14. Do I still get one from Brenda?
Yes.
15.
That's a hit.
1d6.
Plus your strength damage.
Plus one.
Plus 1. Oh, I forgot about that. It dies.
4.
I keep forgetting about the bardic music too.
It's okay, so do I. On my rolls.
Yeah.
A
I
4.
played a bard one time and I always forgot about it, and it was like really strong.
Okay.
So whatever.
I think y'all can make quick work of the other centipede if you want, or if
You just stomp on it because
Minimax.
it's in a bag. It can't really fight you.
Uh-huh.
I range touch it with a ray of frost.
Okay.
I only did 3 damage, so somebody else has to do something to it. But...
I'll stab it.
Okay.
No, just stomp on it. You don't need to ruin a perfectly good bag.
Fine, I'll stomp on it.
First
Maybe
thing
stop
stops
me
me
right
like
before
green
I do
room.
the...
That's
Right.
where I'm putting the rest of the centipedes, though. How many centipedes can I fit in this bag now? If I really, really smash them up good.
Is it a waterproof bag? Because they're gonna leak out if it's just like a burlap sack.
That sounds really gross.
And if it had reached his turn, it was gonna bite a hole in the sack with its mandibles.
Okay.
So I think this is going to be the end. Y'all were successful. Y'all have breached the Ashen Ossuary, and that's where we are going to call it.
Okay. How many centipedes were there in total?
6.
Okay, I have a bag of 6 centipede remains.
Okay.
Okay, I'm adding that to my character sheet. Anyways, I had a great time, everybody. This was
Going
fun.
Dr. Darren, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Okay. But that is where we will call it, ladies and gentlemen. So keep an eye out for our next stream. We're going to be playing hopefully bi-weekly, so in 2 weeks. And until then, nerd out.
Cool. I will be more informed by then, I promise. You guys have a good night.